Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to A Different Opinion. I love making videos like this because I just hate the mainstream media, don't you? I hate it when there is a housing crisis going on. We just had another interest rate pushed up. So imagine being a homeowner or someone trying to buy a house. The average house prices are going through the roof over here in Australia. And then they come out and have to, on mainstream media across the board, come out and say, Queensland woman Rebecca Cutterman purchased 4 properties by the age of 24. Look, well done, Rebecca. I think that is like a massive achievement. That's very well done. I think anyone even owning 4 houses in a lifetime, that is a massive achievement. So well done to her. But the mainstream media coming out at this exact time, posting these stories, they're obviously trying to paint a narrative. Someone come out and said, look, please post these things. Let's rub it in people's faces to say, you can go out and you can afford houses. Let's buy houses while the prices are the highest they've ever been, when the interest rates are the highest they've ever been. And let's have a look here. This guy makes a great video comparing the prices of houses, average incomes, and how to save for a house back then in 1983 compared to 2023. Have a look at this.
I'm trying to buy a house. In 1983, I'm an average person looking to buy an average house.
The average home cost was $64,000.
I got this average degree, which I got for free,
University degrees were free.
and work an average job.
The annual income was $19,000, okay?
After paying tax and rent, I have... If I save 50% of the remainder, it'll take me 2 years to save up for the 20% deposit. Remember that as we head back to 2023 and I'm
2 years to save for a 20% deposit.
still an average person looking to buy an average house.
$920,000 is the average house price in Sydney, the city where this guy's from.
This average degree,
So average degree is $23,000
and I have an average job.
and $90,000 is the average annual income. Look, this is not the median. This is the average, okay? So just remember that. So this is including the big CEOs, etc. Where most people are probably only earning about $50,000, $60,000 in my opinion.
After paying tax, rent, and HECS, I have... If I save 50% of the remainder, it'll take me 10.5 years to save up for the 20% deposit. It's clear that it's not just labor.
And the thing that he doesn't factor in as well is that the price of goods, the price of food, etc., that the prices have gone up massively recently compared to what they were in 1983 as well.
Easy layabout young people sipping latte. That's causing the problem. It would take me 84 years to save up enough money if I skip having a latte every day just for the deposit. I don't have 84 years left. In 40 years, the average house price has increased by 14 times, whereas full-time salaries have only increased by 4.7 times. Another way of looking at it is houses used to cost 3 times your salary, and now they cost 10 times. All things being equal, you'd have to be making $300,000 a year to benefit from that same 3 times ratio. You might be thinking $90,000, wow, that's high. It is. That's because CEOs and vice chancellors taking home millions inflate the total pool of income and skew the average high. If we look at the median, that is the figure in the middle of all figures, that's around 48,000. So if you're making more than that, you're making more than 50% of all working people in Australia. And still, housing is so far out of reach. There's something bigger at play here, and it's going to take me a bit longer than one.
Wow. Yeah, so average, median, is $48,000. So that just shows you how long you have to pay that house off to be able to afford a house. I mean, if you earn $48,000, there's no way you are getting a house that's $900,000. So it's a sad reality for a lot of people. And here, if you do want to look at the figures as well, you can pause the video here and have a look. He breaks it down here as a 1983 average income, etc., etc. And then here's the 2023 one as well. Now, let's get on to Rebecca Cutterman. This is what I love about the mainstream media, right? They never portray the full story. This is what absolutely pees me off, okay? They're trying to break the younger people, I mean, the younger people than me even, that have it harder than we do as well. So they're trying to pretty much say, look at you. She's 24, she can buy 4 houses, you can do it. Come on, stop complaining, get to it. Instead of saying, look, our government has let us down. The prices of an average house is ridiculous. It should never be this high. I mean, if someone's earning $48,000 a year, average house price is $900,000. That's nearly 20 years of your full income. This is not even like after tax. This is before tax. And that's not even your home loan, let alone. It's absolutely crazy. And then you have the interest rate on top as well, which is like 7% at the moment. Yeah, And there's a reason why people are finding it bleak, okay? Now let's get into it here. So she said she started off 17. She was learning the ropes about becoming a real estate agent. So by the age of 18, she did an apprenticeship. She's become a real estate agent now, and a very successful one of that. Very good work to her that she is so successful, and obviously a very good salesperson. She must do her job very hard as well. So she must be a good worker, because you won't be able to sell the amount of properties she does if you weren't. Now, she says she owns 4 properties, 1 she lives in, 3 that she rents out. So she buys places that are a bit run down and she does work to them. So she says, my brother is the main renovator. He's pretty much handling all the projects for me. So she doesn't have to worry about that as well. Doesn't need a project manager. And we outsource the important stuff like electricians and stuff like that. So he pretty much does all the handiwork, all that type of stuff for a much lower rate than should probably have to pay actual builders, etc. for. I mean, normal builders would be charging about $90, $100 an hour as a business. So where he's probably only maybe earning $30, $40 an hour from her maybe. So, I mean, she's saving a ton of money with that as well, which is good on her as well. Save the money where you can. So she has become an accredited real estate agent. So her total sales year to date, okay, so this is for the year, right, is 432. 432 year to date. Her first financial year, she did 20 sales, okay? Now let's break this down. This is what the freaking news doesn't want to tell the normal working class people that are earning $50,000, $60,000 a year, who doesn't get the opportunity to get paid commission. In Australia right now, we have a massive housing shortage. I mean, I live in a city. It's not very big. Like I said, 200,000 people. And there is a gigantic shortage of rentals, houses for sale. There's just not enough houses. They can't build them quick enough. I mean, there are people that are trying to rent a house. They have to apply months in advance. They can't even see the property because half the time it's already being leased before someone's even seen the property. That's how many people are applying. Average house viewings are probably about 30, 40 people are going to it, right? So she's in it at the exact right time as well. Yet again, not blaming her at all for it. I'm trying to say the news aren't reporting the whole freaking story. So let's break this down. 20 sales in her first year. 432 in the last year. Let's have a look at the commission rate for someone where she works. So 2% to 2.5%, okay? The median house price where she is $500,000, okay? So let's break that down. So let's say she just gets the minimum, okay? So 2% is what she gets. So 2% of $500,000 is $10,000 commission. Times that by the 20 she did just in her first year as an 18-year-old, that's $200,000 she made. And that's if she doesn't get paid a wage from where she works as well. So $200,000, okay? Now, last year to date, okay, she sold 432 properties. And obviously, a lot of these are probably going to be more than $500,000 too, but let's just keep it at that average. So she's made $4.3 million. And people want to say, yeah, she's 24 years old and she's got 4 properties. Anyone can do it. No. She's earning millions of dollars a year. Her first year, $200,000. Great work by her. Great salesperson she is, definitely. No questions about it. But for the news to bring this out without reporting how much money she makes is very sad. That this is ridiculous. That they want to put it in your face for someone who's struggling to be able to make ends meet. And I'm not saying everyone is. Because I mean, everyone can cut back on certain things. But in reality, why should we cut back on things that people want to enjoy? Like that guy compared, 1983. You could enjoy a lot of things. You can indulge in a lot of extra activities. You can live on a 1-income household and you'll still be fine. But nowadays you can't. You got to cut back on those certain things now. Taxes more than it's ever been. All these type of things. Housing prices are more than it's seen. Fuel prices are way more as well. So yeah, it's just a couple of things that it annoys me that they brought this out at the exact time that the interest rates have just gone up again. It's almost like just to throw it in your face and say, we know you're struggling, but we're going to make it seem like you're not. It's very sad. But anyway, I'll end it on that one. Let me know what you think. Are there any of these kind of articles where you live as well? In your country, I mean, in the UK, in the USA? South Africa, wherever you are, let me know below in the comments. I just think it's a bit of it's a dirty games they're playing, right? But typical mainstream media, right? Like the video if you did like it, and please subscribe to see future videos. Thank you for watching.